If you're selling your home or thinking about buying a new home in Calgary and want to make sure you get the best price possible and are up to date on what's happening in the Calgary real estate market, then this is the video for you. This is your April 2022 Calgary real estate market update. Hey, my name is Danny Green and I'm your local Calgary realtor with MV Real Estate Group, RE/MAX First. I'm also a big Flames fan. I specialize in helping homeowners and home buyers navigate the real estate market in Calgary so they can move into a better home and improve their quality of life without having to worry about a thing. Sellers markets continued into April. Following an all-time record high month of sales in March, activity slowed down in April. However, with 3,400 sales, it was still a gain of 6% over last year and a record high for the month of April. Now, despite some of the monthly pullback, it is important to note that sales remain exceptionally strong and are likely to be limited due to supply choice in the market. While further rate increases will likely start to dampen demand later this year, more pullbacks and new listings this month are ensuring the market continues to favor the seller, resulting in further price gains. New listings trended down relative to last month and levels recorded last year, with sales to new listings ratio remaining above 74%. There was not much of a shift in overall inventory levels. With 4,850 units in inventory, we are nowhere near record low inventory levels. However, levels are far lower than what was recorded in April since 2014. What has changed the market is the composition of the inventory levels. When comparing inventories today to what was available in 2014, we can see that detached homes comprise a smaller share of the inventory levels, especially for properties priced below $500,000. And that comes from CREB directly. Overall, the Calgary market has seen months of supply remain below 2 months since November of last year, placing significant upward pressure on prices. The benchmark price in April reached $526,000, which is nearly 2% higher than last month and 17% higher than last year this time. For the first time since spring of 2020, year-over-year sales slowed down. While sales have dropped, it is important to note that 1,815 sales this is still far stronger than long-term trends, and a decline in sales occurred for homes priced under $600,000. This pullback in sales for lower-priced homes was likely related to further supply declines driven from reductions in new listings in those price ranges. Inventories in detached sector have not been this low for the month of April in nearly 15 years. While the slightly slower sales compared to inventory levels still did help push the months of supply back above 1 month, conditions continue to remain exceptionally tight with 1.3 months of supply. This continues to place upward pressure on prices, but at a slower pace than the last 3 months. The detached benchmark price rose to $628,000 in April, which is 19% higher than last year. A decline in new listings in April likely contributed to slower sales compared to last month. However, sales are still relatively strong and on a year-to-date basis and remain nearly 30% higher than last year, nearly double the long-term average. And as the slower pace of sales was met with a decline in new listings, there was little change in the inventory situation, and this segment continues to favor the seller. Tight market conditions caused further price gains in the semi-detached sector. In April, the benchmark price reached $487,900, percent higher than last month and over 16% higher than last April. While levels trended down from the previous month, new listings reached 781 units this month. This is a year-over-year gain of 24% and the highest level ever seen in April. The improvement in new listings helped support stronger sales activity, which rose over last year's levels and set a new April high. This boost in new listings did cause inventories to trend up compared to earlier in the year, but it was not enough to pull the market out of the seller's market conditions. With just over 1 month of supply, persistently tight market conditions continue to place upward pressure on prices. Thanks to gains across every district, rural prices rose by over 2% compared to last month and are nearly 17% higher than last year. Like other property types, apartment condominium sales did ease relative to last month's record high, but with 642 sales this month, activity still improved by over 46% compared to last year, reaching a record high for April. This was in part possible thanks to the 893 new listings that came onto the market. While it was not enough to dramatically change the supply levels in the market, the months of supply did edge up to nearly 2 months. Tighter market conditions continued to cause prices to trend up in April. The apartment benchmark price rose across all districts and currently sits 8% higher than levels recorded at this time last year. The strong price gains over the past 3 months have helped narrow the spread from the 2014 record price high. Regional market facts. Once again, sales nearly surpassed the level of new listings coming onto the market in April, causing further declines in inventory levels and ensuring the market continues to favor the seller with less than 1 month of supply. This is the 6th consecutive month where the months of supply has remained below 1 month. The benchmark price reached $480,600 in April, reflecting a year-over-year gain of 29%. Prices have improved across all property types, but the largest gains are in the detached sector, with an April price pushing just above $550,000. This is nearly 33% higher than levels recorded last April. A slight pullback in sales relative to the new listings helped push the sales to new listings ratio below 80%. This is the first time that has happened since March of last year. While this did support inventory levels that were better than anything seen since November of last year, conditions still remained exceptionally tight and favor the seller. While the pace of growth has slowed slightly compared to the last few months, the April benchmark price in Cochrane reached $530,900, over 2% higher than last month and 21% higher than last year's levels. Price gains in Cochrane have been driven mostly by the detached and semi-detached sector. The boost in new listings last month did not continue this month, as April sales exceeded the number of new listings coming onto the market. This caused further declines in inventory levels and the months of supply. This is the 5th consecutive month where the months of supply was below 1 month, which is continuing to weigh on prices. The benchmark price in April rose to $538,300, reflecting a year-over-year gain of 13%. Like many other areas, the strongest price growth occurred for both detached and semi-detached homes.